As a child, we always laughed. My father always looked on the bright side of life, and always has his whole life.
The fact that every single day of his life, he tries to make a difference in the life of someone else.
A very intense man, but terribly humble, very fair person.
We get along well. We don't agree on much.
I realized how passionate he was about retailing.
What legacy would you like to leave behind? A legacy of you can start it on your own.
One of Africa's wealthiest men, Raymond Ackerman, founder of the iconic retail group Pick n Pay, made it to 27th place on the Forbes Africa list of Africa's 40 richest people in December 2012. Currently, the group consists of over 1,000 stores, mainly in South and Southern Africa. In 2011, at the age of 80, Raymond Ackerman won the All Africa Business Leaders Lifetime Achievement Award. There have been many more awards, including the Honorary Doctorate in Commerce, awarded to him in 2009 by the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Late in 2012, he had hip replacement surgery, but recovered soon to be back where he loves to be, involved with Pick n Pay and its various foundations. Over the next hour, Raymond Ackerman and the Ackerman family speak about the early days and the making of this remarkable man, the business philosophies that helped him build Pick n Pay, his myriad fights on behalf of the consumer and human rights, and the legacy he continues to build with the help of his wife and children. Defining moments ranged from early childhood experiences to that fateful day in 1966 when he was fired from his leadership position at Checkers. But let's start at the beginning. Raymond was only 7 years old when he had to testify in court in his parents' divorce. Primed by lawyers, he shouted that he wanted to stay with his father, something that would haunt him in later years.
My father was fighting for custody because he felt that was the best thing for the three, my brother, my sister, and myself. So that really has stayed with me all my life. I can just picture the lawyers talking to me when I was 7 years old and having to stand up in court. But we got over that, but it also made me realize how important one's life was and marriage for the future. And I think it certainly has helped me in understanding the importance of our own lives. But I know that it turned out right, my father looking after the three of us, which was a very unusual case for a father to get custody.
But, 1941.
1941.
Yeah, it was a first case where the father won the custody of the children. But years later, we became very close with Raymond's mother.
Gustav Ackerman decided to send his boys to the prestigious Bishop's Diocesan College in Cape Town.
Oh, the schooling was wonderful. It is really one of the best schools in the country, and my father recognized this. And being Jewish boys, it was a very strange thing to go to bishops at that time. They're much more open now. But I remember my father calling us in, my brother and I, and saying, if you know who you are, I want to send you to the best school. You're going to have troubles, it's going to be difficult for you. It wasn't so difficult, except for one or two instances, but I had a wonderful time there. I enjoyed it there, and I learnt a lot, but I also learnt to be on my own and to stand up for myself, because being Jewish in a very Christian society at that time, it wasn't an easy time for me to be at school, and it taught me to very much fight for myself. So my early days had a big influence on my life.
As a keen rugby player at Bishop's, Raymond felt devastated when he was not selected for the team for a tour to Zimbabwe.
I was playing fullback, and I went to see the coach, and I said, if I'm no good, I understand, but you've never dropped me from under 15. And it's the most wonderful thing to go on a tour. So he said, I can't take a Jewish boy to the Christian schools in Zimbabwe. And I can't tell you what this did to me. It made me very conscious of South Africa's problems, and this is apartheid and black-white and being Jewish or Christian and
discrimination generally.
Yeah, and it's sort of echoed right through our lives, sort of the fight against discrimination. So those two events probably affected me most.